and welcome to the latest edition of Mancunia TV, Series 2, Episode 3 from Habitat Studios in Manchester. As always, we've got an amazing audience with us. And as it is 6 years since we started, originally as MMTV in Miles Platte, and then we went to Cheetham Hill. Now we're here at these amazing studios. It's 6 years since we started, and we've got a mega line-up for you tonight. Silverfinger Singh featuring In the Goldfinger's going to be here. Black Sonic Revolver, Stepford Wives, and Nico Harmony. And we've got interviews with Noel Burke from Echo and the Bunnymen and St. Peter's Dance, Ricky Turner from Paris Angels, and Stella Grundy from Interstellar. And in our poetry section, Keith's brother is going to introduce you to St. Vespaluus. To start though, our house band, who are not only a brilliant house band, they've got a brand new song out that is available everywhere, and they're going to play it live for the first time ever. Mancunia TV, will you please welcome with the new single, Let You Down, Information Highway! Go boys!
'Cause I won't let you down. Yes, I'll be around for as long as you want me here.
6 years since we started this, the original Mancunia Manchester grassroots TV programme. If it's the first time you've watched it, please do share this, get it out there. 6 years we've been going, celebrating absolute legends and brand new music, and of course creative people as well. I am joined now by, from Echo and the Bunnymen and St Vitus Dance, Noel Burke. Noel, how are you doing? Let's hear it for Noel. Come on, Noel. How's it going, Noel? All right?
Very well, thank you. Yeah.
You've got a real, as we record this now, you've got a massive gig, sold out, Liverpool Philharmonic, coming up on Friday night, celebrating the Reverb Nation album that came out in 1990. Before we talk about that album and this massive gig you've got on Friday night, let's go back to the beginning. 1989, you took over in Echo and the Bunnymen from Ian McCulloch. Big shoes to fill them.
Yeah, I suppose it was, yeah.
How did you feel when you got asked to do it? Was it like a...
Well, I like a challenge, you know, so, and I wasn't doing anything much else at the time. I was at a bit of a loose end, and my band, St Vitus Dance, had moved over to Liverpool in 1987, and then broken up after about a year. I was working in a bookshop, earning not an awful lot of money, and the Bunnymen came calling, and I thought, well, why the hell not, you know?
So how were they aware of you? How did they know who you were?
Through a guy called Jeff Davis, who runs Pro Records, the Half Man Half Biscuits label.
Yeah.
He signed us and we put an album out on their label in 1987. And I think Will Sargent went into Pro Records and asked Jeff, did he know of anybody? And he gave him a few names, one of which was mine. I think Will listened to the album and eventually got back to me, yeah. 1990,
Reverb Nation came out, became a cult classic, and you did another couple of singles. You toured the UK and USA as well. This Friday, as we record this, you are at Liverpool Philharmonic celebrating that album. It's sold out. Why now is the time to celebrate that album?
Because it was the first time I was asked.
Simple as that.
And I've got, I was a teacher for 27 years after I finished with the Bunnymen, and I've retired now, so I've got time to do it now. And most of the guys in my band, St Vitus Dance, who got back together in 2008, most of them are retired now, so it just became logistically possible, I suppose. Yeah, all the stars aligned.
You're doing Liverpool Philharmonic, which is an amazing venue. You've sold it out. Did you expect the celebration of this album to be as massive as obviously what it's been?
I really didn't know. It was kind of a leap in the dark, really. It could have gone either way, really, but I'm pleased that it's gone the way it has.
You have sold it out. What happens next? Is there a chance of any more gigs anywhere else in the country?
Possibly. We'll see how this one goes first, I think.
I'm sure it'll go really, really well. You are doing Reverb Nation. Will you be doing anything else on the night? Any of the other singles?
Yeah, we did 2 singles after the Reverberation album, Inside You, Inside Me, and Prove Me Wrong. We'll be doing those, and the B-side of the single off Reverberation, a song called Lady Don't Fall Backwards, we'll be doing those as well. Yeah. And a couple of St Vitus Dance songs as well thrown in.
You mentioned St Vitus Dance. What's happening with that project at the moment?
We're in the middle, we're sort of recording songs one by one, and eventually when we think we've got about 3 online now on streaming, and I think when we get to about 10, we'll call it an album.
Well, it's good to hear something like that's happening. So as people watch this at home, the gig at Liverpool will have taken place, sold out gig at Liverpool Philharmonic. If people want to know more information about what Noel Burke's doing next, about what St Vitus Dance are doing next, and if you're going to celebrate Reverb Nation anywhere else, where's the best place to look to find out that information?
Facebook, probably. Yeah, my Facebook page is probably the best place to go. Yeah.
Just Noel Burke on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
You know what? It is really good you're celebrating such an iconic album that has become a cult classic over the years. We wish you all the best on Friday, and hopefully we'll have you back here soon when you're doing a gig in Manchester.
I look forward to that, yeah.
From Echo and the Bunnymen and St Vitus Dance, let's hear it for Noel Burke. Mancunia TV, our next guests are 2 amazing people who've done so much for music. I am joined by author and publicist Simon Spence, and from Paris Angels, the frontman Ricky Turner. Let's hear it for him. Ricky Ricky, you've got a new book coming out in a minute, but I'm going to come to you first of all, Simon. You've been knocking about and done some amazing books recently, especially this one, this new one you've got out, Feeling Supersonic, from Manchester to Britpop. Doing really well, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, sold out, mate. Sold out, Dave.
It's a great book. How have you ended up getting involved with Ricky then?
I was a huge fan of Ricky's in 1991. Paris Angels, I wrote about The Enemy, The Face, ID, and The Enemy, and probably Dazed and Confused. And I just loved the band. I was like sold on the band first thing. Met Ricky again 40 years later.
Yeah, something like that.
40 years, 30, 40, 91, 32, 25 years later, Ricky just was like, you know, when you say never meet your heroes, I met Ricky and I was like, Ricky is like...
That's a fuck.
Ricky is still like the man.
So you've always been right behind him. Ricky, let's go back to them days, 1989 to 1991. What an iconic band Paris Angels were. What were your life like back then, being such a big part of that whole Manchester scene?
Oh, it was great, and it was just good to get signed to Virgin Records and have that £1 million and just spunk it, you get me? Piss it against the wall and do that sort of thing, Dave. There you go.
You had a mad couple of years. You did reform in 2013, and then you've not really done anything musically with Paris Angels since. All these bands reforming at the moment. Is there any chance Paris Angels?
No, mate, no.
That's a definite no, that, isn't it?
Definite no.
Well, you have brought a book out. It might have took a long time to get here, but you've got a book out.
Don't forget, Dave, Paris Angels did do a reunion gig in 2014.
We just mentioned that.
Yeah, Spence.
Yeah, we've covered that then. So we're on about the book now that you're doing with him. You're doing this book, and it is called Effing Kevin and the Lilac-Clad Youth. You're doing it with Simon. It's exposing the myths of Manchester. Tell us about this book that the two of you have put together.
Well, Effing Kevin, he was a character. He'd come on tour with us. He was like 58 at the time, you know. He did sort of like, you know, long haul and all that sort of thing. And we used to fucking spike him. Yeah, and he loved it, yeah. He'd come down to the Mall and all that shit with us on tour. And he loved having a pop, a trip, yeah. But he just always into the music. He loved it. He was a good man.
Why is now the time to write this book?
Because I'm going deaf. I'm getting fucking old. I'm no spring chicken, innit? Yeah, man. Music's over for me. Time to write a book and then get back to my garden shed, as you know.
Simon, when, like Ricky comes to you and said, I'm going to write this book, what did you think? Did you think like it's about time? Did you think it was a good idea?
I thought, you know, well, Ricky invited me round to his house, and I was genuinely a fan of the Paris Angels, you know, genuinely. Yeah. And then I met Ricky, invited me round kindly to his house, and when I met Ricky that Saturday, Ricky still has it. Ricky's the man. You know, Ricky's like... You know, he said, I'm going to write a book like Bukowski, like Tom Wolfe, like Hunter S. Thompson. And I met Ricky and I thought, yeah, I think he's actually going to do that.
And do you know what?
Ricky is like, just from meeting him, you know.
Ricky having you doing this book, the amount of stuff you've done in music, I think it's a good thing for Ricky. What can people expect from this book?
A load of fucking bollocks and good times, the truth. You know, it's about, let's be honest, it's going to be about the music, it's going to be about mental health, it's going to be about drugs, it's going to be about the fall, it's going to be all them sort of things, you know. It's not clever to do any of that sort of shit, and as I get older, I'm fine with that now, but yeah, so that's what you'll get. You just get the truth.
When's this book going to be available and where can people get it from?
2025 summer.
2025 summer, HMV, Waterstones, actually Shakespeare and Company in Paris. Woo. But I think Ricky's sold himself short because what I've actually read of Ricky's stuff, nobody wants a big hardback book with Aren't I Great? You know, Aren't I Lawrence of Fell? Aren't I Great? In a hardback book. I mean, what are you joking about?
Yeah, so it's being published on Backstage Books.
Paperback.
Anthony Donnellan, you know what I mean? there you go, backstage and all that sort of thing, Dave.
So it's going to be coming out next year. That's something we can look forward to. Simon, what's next for you after this book comes out? What's next for you?
I'm going to be tap dancing around all the Wigan piers.
Brilliant. That's really good. That's good to hear that. You'll come on Mancunia TV and show us that, will you?
Yeah, I can do it now.
If you want to do a bit of a tap dance now, go for it.
Here we go. No, I will do it, but I need to set them on fire. So
I'll tell you what, let's do that another time. I don't think it'll go down well a fire in here. But
Set him on fire.
Ricky, your book comes out next year. I know that you've always been a big supporter of MMTV and Mancunia TV.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Which we really, really appreciate. The book comes out next year. Hopefully we'll see you on Mancunia TV with a physical copy when it comes out. But where can people find more information out about you now then? See what you're going to be doing?
Me, no worth unless you find me on social media. I don't, you know me. It's whenever I can fucking be bothered waking up to it. Yeah, Dave, you know me. Yeah.
Do you know what? Whatever you come out with like that, we've got a book to be dead excited about that's coming out next year. Ricky Turner's book, The Truth About Manchester, comes out next year. He's done it with Simon Spence, so we know it's going to be absolutely brilliant. We can't wait for it. Let's see it for Ricky and Simon.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Watching Mancunia TV, we're celebrating 6 years of it, and what an amazing lineup we've got tonight. Coming up, we're going to be talking to Interstellar's Stella Grundy. First of all, though, with the band, will you please welcome Nico Harmony?
I can't Ready?
Good night.
Mancunia TV. Let's hear it for Nico Harmony and, of course, the Nico Harmony Band. Wow! Okay, here we are, 6 years into Mancunia TV. Our next guest, who is somebody who has for years and years people have said she should write a book. She's finally done it. We're going to talk to her about it, and we're going to hear a bit of it as well. Will you please welcome up to the Mancunia TV stage here at Habitat Studios, Stella Grundy!
Oh my God, it's like the Partridge Family. Are we all staying on? Because we're related. That's my daughter, that's my ex, and Jim. Okay.
Stella, so most people who know the music industry and Greater Manchester and the Manchester music scene know of Stella Grundy and Interstellar. The whole story is the stuff of absolute legend. And for years and years, people have said that Stella should write a book, and she's finally done it. Stella, why now?
Well, actually, you had a guest on before, I believe he swore a lot, Simon Spence. So he come and asked me, but somebody else had already asked me, and I was adamant that nobody would be interested. And so they kind of convinced me, so I started. So I think my thing is to try and write something that's really well written as well. Because there's no point in me name dropping all the way through, because it'd run out really quickly.
You must have been asked a lot over the years, though, to tell your story, surely.
Well, yeah, but I mean, maybe it'd have to be on my own terms a bit. And, you know, some people wait till they're nearly at the grave to do it. So I'd rather do it now. My daughter's old enough to read it. And, you know, yeah, have a bit of fun with it as well, because I love to write.
I can't wait to hear it. There's going to be so many stories in there. There's stories of legend. We're going to get to know the truth. What are your fond memories of your time back then?
Well, what I've tried to do, there is no totally fond memories. Turn that amp off. So there's always a bit of a dark side like that amp. So I've tried to stick to stuff that changed the course. So that's what you do when you write fiction. You know, you have a scenario and then something happens to change it all. So I tended to stick to the stuff that changed it all.
I could talk to Stella for about 10 minutes now about the book and what's in it, but I'm pretty sure you'd rather just hear a bit, yeah?
Yeah!
Stella Grundy!
Okay, there's no music stuff in here, but I hope you enjoy it. It's called First Job. On my 17th birthday, I moved out with the family seat on Moston Miners Estate and rented a freezing cold flat with a shared bathroom in Didsbury, where the hairdressers and the beautiful people lived. It wasn't as gentrified as it is now, but it was still very middle class. And after feeling at odds in Moston, I was totally a fish out of water in West Didsbury. But it meant freedom on a lot of different levels. I had to pay me rent, so I got my first full-time job as a machinist in a factory on Red Bank, Strangeways, making straps for leotards. Yeah, it was as boring as it sounds. The mornings were dark and cold. I got up at 6 to get the bus for past, usually with little or no sleep. It was the early 80s and everyone was taking speed. I'd get dressed in bed as it was freezing and you could see your breath. My hair would still be spiked up from a night out before. There were so many weeknights on, I mean, it was really hard to stay in. I'd be going out in town for about 3 years by then. First gigs at the Ritz and Rotters, then clubs. North Manx tended to go to Brewster's. My theory is it was the first club you hit after getting off the bus at Stevenson Square. I tried it, didn't like it, it was too edgy. I found my mojo in St Anne's Square, in places like Hearts, DeVille's, and then the Hacienda. But I digress. Anyway, I never had breakfast before I went to work, but sometimes en route to the bus stop, I'd nick a bottle of milk off a doorstep. The bus was always packed and hot. I'd struggle to keep the milk down and my eyes open, and then I'd the long walk across to Strangeways. The factory was divided into 2 halves, the cutting room and the sewing room, with an office at the back. It was all women in the cutting room, all women in the sewing room and all men in the cutting room, and never the twain shall meet. The fellas did their best to make the cutting room seem like the most dangerous place in the world. Careful, they'd say. So-and-so lost 4 fingers on that, or Thingy lost his arm on that guillotine, or you'll be squashed flat under those rolls of fabric. They also had a nickname for me, Sid Vicious, because he had spiky hair and I never smiled. The machinists were great women. I didn't smoke them, but I pretended to so I could go on the fag breaks. Fag breaks were timetabled in then. Sounds like the 50s, doesn't it? Hey, and the lights are gone off. There was always some gossip, some eye-watering stories about their affairs with the preferred factory bosses. I would proper flush. I thought I was streetwise, but clearly I was very naive about sex. Life there revolved around dinner time. We spent our mornings thinking about it and we spent our afternoons recovering from it. I was the youngest, so it was my job to get everyone's dinners, along with the youngest lad from the cutting room. We didn't have a lot in common, really. Thinking back, he was only trying to be friendly, even a bit flirty, but I just completely blanked him. I had it in my head that boys should be at least 5 years older than you. I don't know where I got that from. I probably read it in a book. He did irritate me, though. He's always asking questions like, how's I finding the job? Or telling me how to stop my machine from jamming. I said, look, it's just about survival, mate. He gave up being nice to me after that. I was an unfriendly cow. Strange Ways then was the Blackpool of butty shops, gaudy hand-painted signs, pies, chips, and he was so busy. Tramps, Jewish fabric merchants, the odd prostitute, and of course, hungry factory workers. Bev, the manager, made it clear I was in charge of the butty run. She obviously thought a female would do a better job. She was wrong. Onions, no onions, gravy, no gravy, Coke, Diet Coke, Lil. The list was stupidly complicated. I always cocked it up, brought the wrong change back, and that caused uproar on the shop floor. Let's get that right. I can't remember how long I worked there, but I do remember when I left. A few weeks previous, a new girl started and I was to show her the ropes. She was nice, she had a stutter, which was a bit tricky on the butty run, but we both loved music and were fans of the band Devo. We are not men, we are Devo. She lent me an album, which I still have, I know, really bad one. Well, on this particular week, I had miscalculated my budget and had no money left, except my bus fare. So after work, the new girl tagged along with me and I walked to the bus stop on Cross Street and I decided to cut through Boots. I was really hungry, so I took a bag of Rebels and put it in my pocket. The new girl saw me and started flapping, and for some reason I grabbed another bag of Rebels and put them in my pocket as well. Then I headed for the door and I felt a heavy hand on my shoulder. It was the straw detectives. There was 2 of them. The new girl bolted. I was gripped and taken to the bowels of Boots. The police were called and the plainclothes detective arrived. The total amount for the goods was less than £1, but Boots insisted I was charged as I had 2 items. So off to Colliher's cop shop I went, fingerprinted, charged as an adult for shoplifting. I mentioned this not out of pride, but it was a crossroads. Afterwards, lying in my bed, I knew I couldn't go back to the machining job. I'd been the subject of the fag break gossip, and I wasn't going home. So rightly or wrongly, I cast myself as an outlaw, and I made creative stuff. That charge still comes up now, 42 years later, and I still get a pang, and I still sense in a flash a change of opinion. A 17-year-old girl nicking a bag of Revels is damned for a lifetime. Sounds Dickensian, doesn't it?
Let's hear it for Stella Grundy. Stella! I don't think you can underestimate how many people are going to want to actually read this book. Have we got any idea when this book is going to be released and where it's going to be available from?
Not quite yet, because like I say, there was a couple of people interested, but 25 towards the end of, definitely. for next Christmas.
Well, you are someone else who's always supported MMTV and Mancunia TV, so we know you're going to see you back here. If people do want to keep an eye on when the book's going to come out and when it's going to be available, where's the best place to look?
I'm still a bit an old-fashioned Facebooker, me, but a bit Instagram as well. I'm going to try and broaden my horizons, but I'll definitely be letting you know.
I genuinely mean it when I say I don't think you can underestimate how many people are going to want to read that book. Interstellar, a cautionary tale, is going to be available back end of next year. We're going to hear more and more about it on Mancunia TV, but will you make some noise for the real one and only Stella Grundy? Mancunia TV, it's time for some more live music. Without a doubt, one of the most loved underground bands in Manchester. They've just brought a brilliant new album out called For Those in the Know. Mancunia TV, we make some noise for Black Sonic Revolver!
Tried so hard to change. What can you say when there's no way? 'Cause some things stay the same. Oh, it's one of those days. Oh, when nothing goes my way. Oh, one of these days. Oh, I'm gonna get away. Just wanna know what it's like. Oh, it's one of those days. Oh, when nothing goes my way. Oh, one of these days. Oh, I'm gonna get away. Gonna get away. Gonna get away. Very much. So we're just going to play 2 songs, 7-minute time frame. But I just want to thank Anton and all of the Mancunia crew for having us. It's been a long time I've wanted to play this show, so for some reason I'm nervous about standing here playing you guys some songs. I don't know why. Camera shy. Got 3 photogenic musicians with me here. Got Joe on the guitar. Hey. Got David on the drums. Decent. Can you outdo that? And we've got Matt on the bass. Naughty. And my name is Leon, and we are Black Sonic Revolver. We have a new record out called For Those in the Know. I would very much appreciate it if you all became in the know after this evening and listened to it and then interacted with us online. It will be me that gets it. Lazy these 3. So yeah, come and say hello and listen to our music, and thank you for watching us. That song was called Getaway. This song is called When You Call. Interesting story. I got outvoted 3-1 for this song to go on the album.
watch on Mancunia TV, do follow them on social media and get behind them and support them. And like an old Black Sonic Revolver, we've got loads of great gigs coming up next year as well. So do follow them on the socials and, you know, support them and that. I do. You too? Yeah, one with us, yeah.
24th of January, Friday evening in Oldham, the Dave Sweetmore Rock and Roll Extravaganza.
Yeah, these are playing, so come to that, yeah. One more time, though, let's hear Black Sonic Revolver. Nice one, lads. What a way to celebrate 6 years, yeah. OK, still to come playing live. We have got loads of great acts. We've got Silverfinger, Singh, we've got Stepford Wives coming up as well. But we're going to get the stage changed round, and then it is time for our Poetry Corner. One more time, though, get the album for those in the know. Black Sonic Revolver. Watching Mancunia TV, thank you for joining us. 6 years ago this started as MMTV. We were in Miles Platin, then we were in Cheetham Hill, and now we are at Habitat Studios, which is just near the Apollo. Thank you to everyone who has supported it for over the years. 6 years we've been doing it, the original grassroots rock and roll TV channel in Manchester, and it's a real pleasure to be part of it. One person who has been part of it since the beginning is a lady who's looked after us for 6 years, and it just so happens that just before we started filming this, it was actually a birthday. So Georgina Robinson, whose birthday it was last week, we can't not mention that, can we? Can we just have a round of happy birthday for Georgina? Happy birthday to you!
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, Georgina! Happy birthday to you!
3 cheers, hip hip! Hip hip! Georgina's worked on the Manchester music scene for a long, long time, probably before most of us were born, to be honest with you. I'm all joking. But she's been with Mancunia TV since the very, very start, and she really does look after everyone, Anton, and keep things in control, yeah? So, yeah, happy birthday. We all love you, Georgina, yeah? Still got loads more to get through, but it is time for our Poetry Corner with the one and only Keith's brother!
Good evening, welcome to the Poets Corner. We've had some brilliant artists in the last 2 episodes, and tonight is no different. It's going to give me great pleasure to be introducing to you someone who played a real pivotal role in my own personal writing/performing journey. You've probably never heard that before, but it's going to be a real treat for us. He's made the trip down from Liverpool to be with us. He's coming up in a few minutes. But first, this is a piece about someone whose best mate is moving abroad, and they're a bit upset, and that's about it. It's called Easy on the Bends. Don't dwell, 'cause you can't unring that bell. Easy on the bends, my friend. Go easy on the bends. And how many leaving dues did you really need with your WhatsApp group to rally the troops? You always did enjoy that sort of stuff. There was Moretti rounds and laugh out louds, heroic hugs and brilliant teeth. There was a time we'd walk it home from town, now you're getting Ubers to the end of the street. The special handshakes, the taps on the nose, the new best mates bonding over a disabled toilet lid. I know it's hard saying no after 3 pints, and a refusal's not the act of a friend. Even one who don't know you that well, got the same Montclair jacket as you. And you had to tell him about when you nicked my jeans and I walked home in wet trunks. Did you fill him in what happened with Louise and how it was going on for a year before I found out? You've never looked at me the same way since. The lad who phoned in sick the day George Michael died. Same one who bought perfume for that girl at the massage parlour on Oldham Road. CK1. Never breathed a word about that. And yeah, I'm doing okay, thanks. It's not like you've died, and no, it's not the other side of the world, but I can't make it to the Algarve because my passport ran out in 2005. You don't need to know that. There was a time we'd walk it home from town and talk of lads in bands, away match plans, and your grey Jill top three. And that night we had the purple homes. Sat waiting for those lights to turn green. Only us two knew what that meant. Cause you get me. And I always got you. And I wanted to walk it home. But you was getting an Uber. I didn't think there was enough room. So we don't dwell. Cause you can't unring that bell. Easy on the bends, my friend. Go easy on the bends. Messaging Louise again last night. She'd asked you nicely a few times, but you wanted to know if Lucas got his birthday card. The 8-year-old boy with the voice of a 70-year-old man. She tells everyone it's genetic, but he spends far too much time with his granddad. She said we're only 2 bad decisions away from losing everything we have. It was a Paul Simon lyric she always used when she was trying to give advice. He said, you get me, and I always got you. She didn't seem to mind. Said Lucas will text when he gets the time. And what are you gonna do when your boyfriend moves away? Said it's not like he's died. He left a few years ago. He just didn't know it till last night. So we don't dwell. Cause you can't unring that bell. Easy on the bends, my friend. Go easy on the bends. Thank you, cheers! Very kind, thank you. About 2020, I think it was, me and my mate Neil went to see a gig at the Everyman Theatre in Liverpool. And it was a spoken word evening, and I'd never been to one before. And it was sort of like my own personal Sex Pistols at the Free Trade Hall moment, if you like, because I come away thinking, wouldn't mind having a go at that. And one of the main reasons for that was the person who was second on the bill, and it was St. Vespaluus. And he held a room of about 100 people telling a story about watching Top of the Pops with his dad and trying to explain who Gary Newman was. And I've never read that story anywhere, but I can almost remember it word for word, which is testament to his performance that night. He's brilliant. I'm so chuffed that he accepted the invitation to come and appear tonight for us. Please make him welcome. St. Vespaluus.
Thank you all, thank you Mark. Just a lovely, talented fellow. My first poem tonight is about the biggest nightmare that I still have, even at this advanced stage, and it's going to family dues when I was a kid. And I was a sort of skinny, fey, effeminate-looking little fellow with my asymmetric fringe, and all of my relatives looked like the Sopranos. So I go into these horrible working men's clubs, and there'd be a phalanx of uncles, trackies, muscles sticking out of the back of their neck, and then muscles on the end of that one, and they'd see me and go, "Oh look, Chrissy's lads, come here, they're queer, let's kill him." And then I'd have to walk past a phalanx of aunties who all look like the men out the Sopranos as well, and the muscles at the back and muscles going out there, and they say, "Look, it's Chrissy's lad, let's kill him." And I should have worked out that what I could have just said was, I'm not going to them anymore, but, you know, I wasn't clever enough. So this first poem was occasioned by being trapped by the same sort of horrible uncle, and they always said the same thing to me because it didn't look like the sort of macho version of themselves. They'd always say to me, "Are you courting, lad?" Meaning, you know, just sort of code for, "Are you gay? Yes, you're gay, and we're all going to set fire to you after the performance tonight." So this is about a time when I kicked off. My Uncle Stanley was of a different generation to me, and as when his wife left for a piss, he thought he could fill the awkward party silence with the wisdom he'd accumulated in his 45 years of living exclusively in Kirby. He wasn't interested in my hopes, my fears, my dreams, but to tell the truth, I wasn't interested in his. But I was good enough to keep my counsel. He, being 27 years my senior, felt it his vestigial family duty to exert mind control. "Are you calling yet, lad?" he roared, neglecting to use my name because he wanted to exert his manliness by watching my discomfort. Other young men had uncles who cared for them and didn't hate their nephews because they hated their own lives. And love was a sign of weakness. "Well, you can't yet, lad," he demanded. And I looked at the sunburst clock and decided never to go to a family do ever again. Because Stanley was using my possible virginity or queerness as a metaphorical stick to beat me with. The cheeky red-faced bastard! I got this all the time, so instead of sitting meekly, I began to rhyme. "What the fuck have I been courting? Just do one Uncle Stan, and no one calls it courting. Are you Barbara Cartland's nan?" Why would a man define a man by his ability to purr? I mean, I wouldn't be so rude to ask when you last fucked Auntie Claire. By asking if I'm courting, you mean, am I gay or am I straight? And you use such wanky language from 1948. But then my momentary anger subsided and a calm poured over me as I clocked his shocked reaction. "Stanley, I'm not an animal," I told him, "and I'd much prefer it if you didn't objectify me and treat me as if I'm just sort of an animal in the zoo. I'm not part of your moth-eaten world. You're just the detritus of mine. I'm not some sort of priapic, horny, Galapagos tortoise seeking to vent my semen and foster another generation of reptiles just like you." It was too much for his simple proto-Brexit red wall Tory voting psyche to absorb, and his jaw slowly dropped and smashed into a million pieces on the floor. And had I the skill or the requisite sporting equipment, I would have chipped the golf ball into that vacant gobshite aperture that passed for his mouth. And when Auntie Claire returned from her gin and Kestrel lager fueled piss, she thought that Stanley, like the dirty vicar who'd seen the nude man wander into his church in that ghastly 1970s gag, had had a stroke. And later, much later, through the gap between jam and door, I eavesdropped Stanley's attempt to Iago me to my ma. And when he said, "You should keep an eye on that one, Chrissy," and mimicked me as a teapot and suggested that I might in fact be one of them, she looked into his face, she looked into his eyes, she looked into his very soul and said, "Good." Thank you. I know what you're thinking. I don't normally look like this. I normally wear glasses. This next poem is about my short-lived career in a charity shop in South Liverpool. It lasted all of 2.5 hours, and various people came during that time, and they some of them were bad people, but mostly they were full of those sort of nouveau riche, classless, awful people who think that they've made it. And I think the equivalent when I was speaking to Mark is the good folk who've moved to Saddleworth. And there I was, trying my best in this charity shop, and these people are coming round and they're condescending and they're using this phony posh accent, and they never buy anything. And then I forgot that if you tell somebody to F off for saying you serve me, you lose your job. So this one's called the South Liverpool Blues, or Can't You See I'm Middle Class? We all knew Big George Melly. We all had shares in Nems. I bought my cat from Carla Lane. Edwina was a friend. Can't stand that man, St. Vespi. To Liverpool by far. I'd hate to have an accent. Imagine saying, la. Our children's hair is tousled and long hair's just for boys. No screens, no fast food takeaways, and lots of wooden toys. We touch every piece of stock in here, but never buy a thing. We genuflect, but we never laugh when we think of Wagner's Ring. That was the intellectual gag for some of you there. Norfolk hat, Norfolk hat, Norfolk hat is the sign of a twat. Young man, I'd like my discount. My daughter's friend's a nurse at a modern Bupa hospital, not the ghastly NHS. My battered fleece, my corduroys, my hiking boots, my cane. You think I'm on a 12-mile hike, not Heaton Park again. He told me he was from an old Catholic family. That's the nonsense that these people peddle. And I thought I knew what Christ might say. Lad, here's your fucking medal. Dogs with coats on, kids with yachts, men with cobs on, entitled snots, their patently ridiculous old-school uniform to mark them from the hoi polloi, the disenfranchised poor. And I thought, just think of what world we'd have if your lot weren't so greedy. The working class, the non-white folk, the different, the needy, would all accept their rightful dues that your lot have all but stolen and kept 1 billion people trapped while those bank accounts have swollen. You kill the flowering talents, though, because you always reckoned your kids deserved a better life than those that came in second. So for every moneyed talent, curated, budding, grown, there could have been another 10, but they just died unknown. 100 Leonardos, 10,000 Curabells were strangled or unnurtured by those with shares in Nems. We could all have had those jetpacks, the things we could have known, but your stupid, selfish, sick clothes shop has meant we haven't grown. So take your wooden toys with you, I know you're middle class, and take your faux civility and shove it up your arse. Thank you. Bit of politics there. My last poem tonight is the one that Mark alluded to, and again it reminds me of growing up and just being a different world and being with different people. And each week I'd wait for my favourite programme, Top of the Pops, and with 1 minute to go before transmission, my dad, my old military dad, he'd come down and spoil it. And any sort of androgynous, mildly different gender person, he claimed he didn't understand who they were. And I was waiting one night for my favourite pop star, Gary Newman, who crashed into the charts at number 6 with Complex. And I was waiting for my dad to come down and spoil it. And this is called It's Gary Newman, Dad. Who's that, lad? It's Annie Lennox from The Tourist, Dad. Is that a man or a woman, lad? It's a woman, Dad. And who's that, lad? It's Susie from Susie and the Banshees, Dad. Is that a man or a woman, lad? Again, it's a woman, Dad. And who's that, lad? It's David Bowie, Dad. And is that a man or a woman, lad? Well, he's playing 3 roles in this video, Dad, but he's a man. There's a little bit of a clue in the name David there. But who's that, lad? That's Cliff Richard, Dad. Is that a man or a woman, lad? I don't care, Dad. Well, who's that, lad? That's the heavily bearded singer of Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, Dad. Well, is that a man or a woman? Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, who's that, lad? Oh, I don't want to tell you, Dad. But who is it, lad? Honestly, if I told you, you wouldn't know. But who is it, lad? I really don't want to tell you, Dad. But who is it, lad? It's Gary Newman, Dad. Gary who, lad? Gary Newman, Dad. Gary who? Gary Newman, lad. Gary who? Gary Newman, Dad. Gary who, lad? Gary Newman, Dad. Gary who, lad? Gary Newman, Dad. Who Newman? Gary Newman, Dad. Newman who? Gary Newman, Dad. Who is it, lad? It's 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 Gary fucking Newman, Dad. It's Gary Bastard Newman. It's Gary fucking Bastard Newman. Oh, the lad who sang Cars, I thought it was. I've been saying Vespaluus. Thank you all.
You guys.
That was fantastic. Brought back really happy memories of the Gary Newman story there. I've never been able to listen to him since without thinking of you, Stephen. Please give it up for St. Vespaluus.
Dave, pause a sec. Let's get them on stage, and then you can introduce them as the last band.
Let's hear it for Keith's brother. Come on. On the way, the amazing Stepford Wives.
Yes.
Watching Mancunia TV, don't forget all the bands that you watch on here and all the acts. Do give them a follow on social media. It is dead important. It'd help as well if you share this. 6 years we've been doing this. Mancunia TV, give us a share, tell your friends about it. Absolute proper rock and roll grassroots TV from Manchester at its finest. And it is time for some more live music at its finest. A band who need no introduction whatsoever. Mancunia TV, we make some noise for Stepford Wives.
Mancunia TV. Thanks very much for inviting us. Some of us actually come from the place that was mentioned last Saddleworth, but we won't fucking say anything there. This is that was our next single, that one called Face the Flame. We're going into the studio to record that in the next few weeks. And this one's called The Letter, which is the single after that, so we'll play that bit. Stepford Wives. Playing Grand Central tomorrow night in Manchester, if anybody fancies it. See you then.
Let's hear it, Stepford Wives, come on! You know what? An absolute staple part of the Manchester music scene. They've got brand new music coming out, and you heard it first on Mancunia TV. Thank you, Stepford Wives. Okay, we are going to get the stage changed round, and then we're going to tell you what's going on for our Christmas special. And we have got the amazing Silverfinger Singh on the way as well. But one more time, Stepford Wives. Mancunia TV, what an amazing night we've had celebrating 6 years of this amazing grassroots TV channel in Manchester. The original, the best, still going strong for a long time to come. And what a way to finish tonight's show. Featuring the amazing Inda Goldfinger, will you please welcome the one and only Silverfinger Singh!
Thank you so much, Dave. Listen, it's celebrations right now. 6 years of Mancunia TV, MMTV, and we're here right now. We're in Habitat Studios. Let's make some noise! Silverfinger Singh signing in. Such an honour and privilege to be here right now. Yorkshire is in the house, but obviously always welcomed with very happy arms every time we come over the moors. Yeah, so come, let's run this. Shout out to everyone tonight, you know, for making it so special. Georgina, Anton, obviously Dave Sweetmore, man. So yeah, let's make some noise for Dave, everyone. Yeah. And all the family, all the people making this possible right now. Let's do this, man. Come on. Yeah. All right. Let's come together now, people. Party time. Let's do this. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Silverfinger Singh. Bossman Hedge. I'm something on the beat. Joe, can we do it like this? Stick to the Harami or Pinati mix. From London to Mani, yeah, we doing bits. We keep it international. The jumpy boys with the rational. Old school and I'm a radical. I'm the flows, call it straight flammable. She wanna take our pics, call it straight flammable, yeah. Stick up a die, yeah. Sounds on the beat. And you know about me. I rep it leads with a team. Slump down to Shine Steve, the nitty can be. Big bars, straight tweet. Shout out to the killing. We keep it like a with it chilling. It's Silverfinger, you don't know. Middle finger to the fake friends, bro. I'm with it fly, yo. Who will leave you with the flames up? Yeah! Alright, Mancunia! I get a hands up! MMTV! And let's go! Yeah, man! Boss my Silverfinger on the track, going back to back. I can smell the pit finger in the bar, that's a dog. Learning to lead, fam, we got this in the back. Doing it with ease, don't need to brag. Me and the German, stuff is in the chat. Brown excellence, I inspire this trust. You can never doubt my badness, my blindness. We're Rogers over here, bow down to your highness. She give him my brain, call it mindless. No cows on the wrist, yo, I'm timeless. Chasing Lizzie, we stay busy. We're multiplying, no minus. I'm done being evil, and you're silver. Let's kill him with kindness. Yeah. Alright, Habitat Studios. How we feeling? And get your hands up. And let's go. Alright, man, I see you in the back. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we're not going to let them go yet. They are going to do the brand new song in a minute. But before we do, thank you for joining us for the 6th birthday of Mancunia TV. Thank you to Noel Burke, Ricky Turner, Stella Grundy, Information Highway, Black Sonic Revolver, Nico Harmony, and of course all of the crew, all of the team, and everyone in our audience as well, yeah, who comes and supports it. If you do want to be part of the audience here, we would absolutely love you to join us. The next one's going to be the Christmas one on 18th of December. Just follow Mancunia TV on all of the socials. All the details will be on there. I can tell you that Bowman, Idyllic, Johnny Blade, they're all going to be playing, plus loads more. The 18th of December, we'd love you to be in the audience with us. Follow Mancunia TV and all the information will be on there. But as we celebrate 6 years, wow, Silverfinger Singh, you've got a brand new single out, fella.
Yeah, man, so excited. Shout out to my boy Harry, the local lad from
from Lancaster, yeah? Right, man, from Lelsum. Come through, my bro. Let's do this.
Come on, fella.
Yes, I. Yeah, man, just...
Tell us about this new single you got.
It's just an absolute vibe, man. Shout out to, you know, Rob, the producer as well, man. You know, Rob Baddy's from Manchester. And, you know, it's just a Leeds to Money connection, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, you know, just shout out to everyone who's shown their love and support for the single. This is, you know, a special song, you know, dedicated to, you know, our significant others, yeah? So we're always so excited to see you. We can't wait to, you know, catch up when we do, yeah? So that's how we written the song.
And it's out now, innit, yeah?
Yeah.
So everyone get it. What a way. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for everyone for watching. Share Mancunia TV. The brand new single. It's out now. We're going to finish the show with it. Silverfinger, Singh!
Go on, boys! Yes, lads. All right, man. Shout out to everyone for being here tonight, showing your love and support. Want to just shout out to every single artist that's been on this stage already, artists, bands, poets. You know, it's been some fabulous performances this evening, yeah? So shout out to everyone for being here to support. All right then, my bros, let's do this, yeah? Okay.
Let's go.
Let's run this. Yeah. Habitat Studios, if we're together right now, man. Let's see the love. I guess so.
Lost in your eyes, lost in your soul, yeah, so hypnotized. So live your life, pure butterflies.
Those lips that rise.
In my brain, tell me, don't be late, homie. She be waiting on me. Keep the gate open, I'm on my way, honey. Drop to your place, stay away from me. It's a racing heart, like a race car. Roads stay dark, police chase car. Stop me getting lost, not forget the law. Might be getting trouble, just straight club. Whatever judge knows, it was straight fine. Might have played that every single time, every single night. Man, they never shine, feel the way you shine.
Listen up! I guess so excited. Hands up!
When I see your smiling, smiling. There's no feeling like this is over. I can never hide it.
Listen up! Yo, in my sleep, I'm with her body speed. And when I woke up, she's still next to me. My hands hold together. I look up to the sky, giving thanks and praise for another sunrise. It hits different when you're by my side. All I ever needed were your eyes. I told them they ain't ready for your style. Counting down the minutes till I get to see you smile. And you know I'm making moves. I remember times that I make time for you. Hey, I got things to do. Come now, bless it, banana. Renegade, rolling in the 450H. Feeling blessed, she's in love for the general hit. And never did it feel this way. Yes, MMTV. 6-year celebration in the house right now. If we're feeling the love, let me hear you make some noise. And let's do this, man. I get started.
When I see you smiling, baby, smiling. There's no feeling like this is over. I can never hide it.
Alright, MMTV, one more time.
When I see you smiling, baby, smiling. There's no feeling like this is over. I can never hide it.
Big up to yourselves, Habitat Studios, MMTV, Mancunia TV, 6-year celebration. Let's go. Silverfinger Singh, we in the house right now, man. Yeah.
Give a shout out to Silverfinger. He's a legend.
Thank you so much. Alright, we got time for one more, yeah? Alright, cool. Alright, party times, people. You know how we're doing, yeah? Because, you know, especially from Leeds where I'm from growing up, you know, the garage was a big vibe, yeah? So, you know, UKG sounds. So, yeah, man, here we are, man. We're about to give you some throwback flavors. But it's party time, of course. So, yeah, man, I want to see the love. I want to see the moves, yeah? Shout out to my bro. Let's do this, yeah? Come on, then. All right, come. Okay. Right, we're gonna come together now, yeah? Let's do this, yeah? Together as one, unity is the key. Yeah! Hey! Yeah! Going out to the
so much, everybody. Silverfinger Singh, signing out.
Let's hear it for Silverfinger, man.
Let's hear it for all the band. Come on, in the Goldfinger, Silverfinger Singh. All of the band. Wow, what an amazing way to end 6 years, yeah.
Let's make some noise for these.
Let's make some noise for you lot for coming down.
Lovely, beautiful people. Big up to all of you.
Listen, have a safe journey home. We'll see you back here on the 18th of December. Thank you so much. One more time, the whole band, Silverfinger Sing. Come on. Thank you. See you next time.